These are videos from July 5th, 2019, as the miraculous parts of my consciousness and I began having a new level of lucidity, where we stayed present even through the most intensive dissociative blackouts, and thus were able to be co-conscious with certain dissociative experiences that we could not verbally articulate beforehand. Due to the intensity of the experiences, I am only now coming back to finish editing them 4 months later, because it's taken me that long to feel like I can watch these experiences without feeling overwhelmed and terrified of what I have lived through and what parts of my consciousness have had to go through just to discover what's happening within our own neurophysiological applications of consciousness. For decades, these experiences were invalidated by hundreds of people, from friends and family to professional doctors and medical health professionals. And so now to kind of dive deeper into what it really means to live with a dissociative identity, it's just really profoundly transformative to put language to some of these experiences. It's magical to be able to explore what's been happening behind the scenes in my consciousness all this time. I'm really proud of us, and I'm really grateful for this chance to explore who we are beyond the surface, and I'm grateful for this chance to share. Oh my. I was right. Parts evolved on top of the neurobiology. Parts of consciousness and dissociative identity evolve on top of the neurobiology of a dissociative identity. The neurobiology is the disorder part. The parts of consciousness is the miracle part. I am a miracle of consciousness. And what I'm witnessing right now is blowing me the away so much I can't put it to words. Literally, there's a scientific term for that. Of course, I can't remember because that's also left brain. I'm out of the left brain because left brain can't handle these kinds of emotions. Emotions don't go through the left brain. What I'm observing is that emotions do not go inside of the left brain. The left brain can observe and describe and physically experience the emotions from the right brain. But as far as processing goes in direct access or experience in the unconscious manner, emotions don't go through the left brain. If I am having an indescribable experience, it means that my left brain is like, dude, this is so out of my paradigm. Right brain, what's going on over there? Whoa. Whatever I'm doing with my facial expression is not intentional. It's unconscious. It's unconsciously happening. This experience is unconscious. I'm not consciously... I don't even know where my head is. My face. I thought it was much farther away. I thought this was so much farther away. Whoa! It's like right here.
This shows another aspect of the, like, how do we get these both in? Try to do two things at once. Doesn't work.
I could not watch the monitor on my finger and sustain authentic access here. But we wanted to record the monitor so that if something unconsciously occurred, we could catch what it was doing. But if we were focused on the monitor, we would be limiting the authenticity or reducing the authentic potentials of the experience and jeopardizing our results. And so the goal was to record us in these observations as we experienced aspects of unconsciousness with an ability to lucidly observe it. So, like, my mind is still boggled by that ability that we've grown through our years of meditation and self-hypnosis. Like, it blows my mind as a scientist. And so we were trying to record us with these authentic observations, but also show the finger monitor in case it showed changes as we were being in this authentic state of observation. But if we focused on the monitor, then the authenticity would be reduced. And if we were only within the authenticity, then we would risk learning things through the monitoring of our oxygen intake and heart rate. So that's what was going on there.
We have learned a lot more since then. And this is a classic example of the separation between internal and external realities, which seems to be at the core of a lot of the dissociative experiences of consciousness that we've been noticing. And it's fascinating how long it takes to get to editing this stuff. It's like every so often we get inspired to come to our case study, and all that other time, it doesn't feel like it's a part of our life. My memory access seems to like go through these cycles. And within the memory access, the ability for prioritizing particular projects, like editing these videos, comes up. So it's just like really fascinating. It's all just very fascinating.
And with that switch, I realized my ice pack wasn't on my foot anymore. Balance on my ankle bone. Balance. Oh! What I'm seeing and what I'm doing with my body, what I am seeing with my mind, and what I am doing with my body are not connected within the consciousness. Oh! What I'm seeing and what I'm doing with my body, what I am seeing with my mind, and what I am doing with my body are not connected within the consciousness. What I was saying before.
Here, we were in our mind trying to get back somewhere in our brain to the thought before these observations, and then our head kind of unconsciously shifts to the left as we observe something in our peripheral and automatically go to specify this notification in our brain and see what this thing is that our peripheral vision had picked up. And then we realized
we weren't noticing that before because our left peripheral was shut off momentarily. Our right side highly tuned in. Now there's aches as the system attempts to adjust in the inner ear. I feel it as an inner ear ache. I could not differentiate that from a generic head pain before. specifying things requires communication with all the parts, which is, of course, very challenging with a dissociative identity. We can only get there in self-hypnosis states, and then it's like, how the hell do I get these really deep procedural memories through implicit thoughts out to an external declarative memory with a, explicit thought? Explicit thought and implicit thought are two aspects of consciousness, two aspects of the human consciousness experience. I know, as soon as I observed what my face was doing physically, I lost my thought. This is how the consciousness works. And the neurobiology is having so much difficulty, and the consciousness itself has evolved in an attempt to compensate for that, and there's miracles within that, and within the miracles, beyond the miracles. No, I would say, within that there are challenges. Beyond the challenges, there are infinite miracles. Having to remind myself that it doesn't matter that I don't connect with what I look like right now. I have nothing to do with this body anyway. It's just a vessel. It has nothing to do with my identity or my worth or my potential. It's literally just a tool. The same way that my face is just a tool. The same way that my voice is just a tool. And so when I lose contact with these things, I can know that it's not me. It's just a tool, and I'll get it back someday. But for now, I'm still me. Even if no one else can see that.
You'll notice here at the end of the video, my smile is only showing on the left half of my face. The right parts of the areas around my eyes and around my mouth are not engaging when I smile.
Thank you so much for joining our magical, miraculous healing journey of self-discovery, personal growth, and new scientific discoveries while we live with dissociative identity disorder, or a multi-conscious mosaic mind. If you wouldn't mind just hitting that like button and the subscribe and all the little buttony clicky thingies, we really appreciate your support as we continue to share our message, to share our truths, to share our healing moments, to share our raw self-expression here on this YouTube platform. Thank you so much for continuing to share the everyday healing journey of life alongside us. Namaste.